Once upon a time, in a peaceful village surrounded by hills, there lived a hard-working gardener named Elric. The villagers were known for their beautiful gardens and plentiful crops, but Elric's garden was the best of all. It was like a small paradise filled with colorful flowers and big, healthy vegetables. The villagers admired his talent and often asked for his help with their own gardens. Elric was a kind man, always ready to share what he knew. One sunny morning, while checking his garden, he spotted a tiny weed growing at the edge of his flower bed. It was small and not very noticeable, so he thought, it's just one little weed. I can take care of it tomorrow. Feeling satisfied, he went back to his work, leaving the weed alone for the moment. Days turned into weeks, and that tiny weed grew bigger and stronger. Every time Elric walked through his garden, he saw the weed and kept telling himself, it's just a small weed, it won't make a big difference if I ignore it for now. Meanwhile, his flowers bloomed beautifully and his vegetables thrived, but the weed kept growing, undisturbed. As summer faded into autumn, Elric saw a change. The weed had grown into a large thistle, spreading its roots everywhere and stealing nutrients from the soil. The once vibrant flowers turned dull, and the vegetables began to die. The garden, which had been a source of joy, now appeared messy and sad. The villagers, who once praised Elric's skills, now looked away with disappointment. In the quiet transition of seasons, Elric learned a profound lesson. Just as summer gives way to autumn, so too must we embrace change in our lives. Like the thistle that can overtake a garden if left unchecked, challenges can creep into our hearts and minds, draining our joy and vitality. We must cultivate our inner landscape with care, tending to what truly nourishes our spirit and casting aside the weeds of negativity and doubt. When we neglect our passions and allow distractions to flourish, even the brightest flowers can fade. Let us remember, it is not the weeds that define us, but our ability to recognize them and nurture the beauty beneath. In every season of life, there is wisdom to be gleaned if only we remain vigilant and hopeful. Elric felt a heavy weight on his heart. One morning he realized how badly his garden had suffered. The thistle had taken over, and he was filled with regret. The village elders held a meeting and spoke about his garden. They used his story to teach everyone that a small problem, if ignored, could turn into a big issue. Let Elric's garden remind us. One elder said, ignoring small problems might not seem important at first, but if you let them grow, they can block the good things in your life. Take care of little issues before they turn into big ones. In the garden of life, even tiny distractions can stop you from reaching your biggest dreams. Hearing their whispers made Elric feel ashamed, but it also sparked a fire in him. He knew he had made a mistake by ignoring that small weed. He decided he would fix his garden, no matter how hard it would be. With determination, he got a spade, put on gloves, and started to remove the thistle. Elric worked from dawn until dusk, digging deep and pulling out the roots of the weed. As he worked, he felt a sense of relief with every root he removed. He was not only restoring his garden, but also promising to take better care of it from now on. Seeing Elric's commitment, the villagers slowly approached, unsure at first, but then they joined him. Together they worked hard, planting new flowers and nourishing the soil again. Before long, the garden started to bloom with bright colors, and vegetables began to grow again. Laughter and joy filled the air as they shared stories about neglect and renewal. Over time, Elric's garden became beautiful again, full of colors, healthy plants, buzzing bees, and fluttering butterflies. The villagers learned from Elric's experience and came to him more than ever for advice. They understood now that even small problems need attention before they become bigger issues. Elric's tale spread far and wide, becoming a lesson shared with children and new gardeners. A small problem, they would say, if left alone, can lead to bigger troubles. Elric not only restored his garden but also brought his community closer together. He taught everyone the importance of caring for both nature and each other. In that peaceful village, the story of the gardener and the thistle became a timeless reminder that it's essential to tend to life's small problems before they grow out of hand. Just like Elric took care of his garden to help it grow again, we should also pay attention to the small problems in our hearts and minds. If we are patient and take care of ourselves, we can turn our challenges into valuable lessons. Remember, by dealing with little issues, we can stop bigger problems from growing. The garden teaches us that taking time to care today helps us create a better tomorrow. True growth happens when we take care of both the earth and our connections with each other. Just like Elric, we should look after our gardens and our communities. When we care for the little things, we help create a peaceful and strong future. Remember, if we deal with life's problems early, we can make sure everyone thrives. Like this video, share, and also subscribe to our channel to discover more inspiring stories like Elric's and also be the first to be notified when we release a new video.